Hi. Part of working with equations is knowing how to combine like terms. And I know that some of you had this in 7th grade math and some of you can use some practice, so that's what I'm doing now. We're practicing combining like terms, and this is one way to practice. We're going to do some of these problems here, but I'm going to show you how to do the problems using these counters here. So the problem was negative 6k plus 7k. So let's pretend that the stars there, we'll say that those are k. So we've got a positive k and a negative k. And I'm going to drag down 6 of the negatives. There's 3, and then I'll just copy those. So we've got 6 negative stars, and the stars are like k. And now I need my 7 positive. I'll get 2, and then I'll copy that. So I have 6 negative k, and I have 7 positive k. And this is just like canceling out before. Those will cancel, those will cancel. Just like positive integers and negative integers cancel, these will cancel as well. So all of this cancels, and you're left with positive k, or a positive star. So this is equal to k, or it equals 1k. So for this problem here, the answer is 1k. There's no solution. We're just combining like terms. The 6 has a k with it, the negative 6, and the 7 has a k with it. I'm combining the negative 6 and the positive 7 to get a 1k. Or remember, you can just do k. There's a number right in front of the variable. It's called a coefficient, but I'm not going to write it. I'll just show you. Now, let's look at this problem. 12r minus 8 minus 12. So for this problem, let's say that star equals r. So I've got 12 of those, and they're positive. Okay, almost have 12. Nope. Okay, I've got 12r right there. I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And now I need minus 8. I'm going to use my counters, though, for my minus 8 because there's no r on the 8 has no r. So remember I said that r is the star? So I can't put that together. I have to use the counters to represent the numbers. So there's minus 8. This minus 8 is the same as this minus 8 right here. And now I need minus 12. Okay, here's my minus 12. So here's my 12r. Here is minus 8, and here is minus 12. These here are not the same as the circles. you can't put stars and counters together because they're not the same. But all of these are the same, so I'm going to put them all together. I'm going to combine those two because they are like terms. So go back to this problem and you'll see that you have 12r, that doesn't change, but minus 8 and minus 12 together is minus 20. This is all that can be done with that problem. For the problem we just looked at, we had two different types of things in problem 2. We had r and we had constant terms. 8 and 12 are constant terms because they're not being multiplied by anything. This here is 12 times r. 8 and 12 can be combined just like we saw here because they're the same thing. They're like terms. Now, I want to show you how simple you can make this. For problem 3, you have an n right here and an n right here. You have a 10 right here and a 3 right there. Take your n and put it with your 9n. That's 10n. Take your negative 10 now and your negative 3 and put them together. If you owe $10, then you owe $3 more. You owe $13. Okay, this problem here has x, and this one has x. Both of these terms have the variable x, so they are like terms. That's a negative, keep it negative, put them together. This is negative 14x. Problem 5 has a r there and an r there. Those two can be combined because they are like terms. Put them together and you get negative 11r. Problem 6, you've got an x there and an x there, and a constant here. This first x is negative, this one is positive. Combine those two. So 2 and negative 6 together makes 4. Bring the x with those, and then put the plus 11 right there. That's all you have to do. Problem 7. That has an r, that has an r. Put them together. So 11 minus 12 is going to be negative 1r. You've got a v there and a v there. Keep them, you can combine those because they're like terms. So remember that negative v is the same as negative 1v. So all you need to do is combine the negative 1 that's in front here and the 12 here. So 12 minus 1 is 11, and put a v with it. Negative 8x minus 11x. I'm going to use these problems 9 through 14 are going to be quiz problems. So let's look at the next page. This one has an n. Those two do not. N can't be combined with anything. So combine minus 4 and minus 9 together to get minus 13. That's all you can do there. This has an n, this has an n. 4 minus 1 is 3n. These both have k's. Put it together. Negative 1k. These both have n's. Put them together. Negative 4n. Okay, there's an x there and an x there and a 9 there. Put the 9 by itself because there are no other terms that just have 9. Now you have 15 minus 3. So that's going to be 12x. 12x minus 9. These are like terms. Put them together. They're both negative. You owe your parents $16. You owe them $14. So you owe them $30, but put an n with it because the original terms had n. These are different because it's distributing. Problem 21 is asking you for 7 groups of 1 and 7 groups of minus 3m. So -4 doesn't change, but you need 7 groups of 1, which is actually 7. And then you need 7 groups of 3m, which is 21m. And you're subtracting that. Combine these two, leave this one separate. So -4 plus 7 is actually 3 minus 21m. That's all you can do with that one. Okay. This one, number 22, is looking for 3 groups of 6 and 3 groups of 7n. Bring the -5n straight down. 3 times 6 is 18, and that's plus. And then 3 times 7 is 21, but it has an n with it. Combine your -5n and your positive 21n, so you get 16n plus 18. These problems are more difficult. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm going to show you these bottom two, because this is not quite where you need to be working, but I am going to show you these two. Do -7 times n, and do -7 times 3. -7 times n is -7n. -7 times 3 is -21. Now do 8 times 1, and that's 8, but it's -8. Now do 8 times 8, and that's 64n, but you're taking it away. Combine your n's. Combine your constant terms. If you owe $21 and you owe $8, then you owe $29. If you owe 7 nickels and then 64 nickels, altogether you owe -71n minus 29. Let's look at this problem. -3 times 10 is -30b. -3 times 10 is -30. Do 5 times b and 5 times 2 plus 5b plus 10. Combine these two and combine these two. -30b plus 5b is -25b. -30 plus 10 is -20. We actually need to do one more where you can see how the negatives interact. Problem 26. -9 times 6m is -54m. -9 times -3, so the negative cancels that negative and you get positive 27. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24m. Now combine your minus 54m with your plus 24m. Different signs subtract. Take the sign of the larger number, then you'll be exact. So 54 minus 24 is 30, but keep it negative. And then these two can be combined because they are constant terms. There is no letter next to those numbers. They're just numbers. So that's 33. And this is your final answer. I will choose some of the problems to create a quiz. Use the video to help you understand what to do. Thanks.